It's a good question. I mean, we're in the early stages of this whole thing now being leaked to the internet, leaked to everyone. Everybody knows about it now ever since that caller called up Buffalo Love Sponge, So we're in the early stages. So it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. I mean, it'd be pure speculation right now. I mean, once Jeff returns, can Jeff and Kurt coexist? Is Kurt going to want to coexist with him? You know what I mean? I mean, it really all depends. I mean, this is just, it all just came out, you know what I mean? So to speculate.
And, I mean, completely outside of that story, I mean, the rumor was already Kurt Angle was thinking about leaving or entertaining the idea of leaving. So, and, I mean, look at the way he left WWE. You can't predict, like, oh, he's leaning towards leaving or he's leaning towards staying. You had no idea he was leaving WWE when he did that. He just left. Boom, gone.
Right.
He could do the same to TNA. You never know. He could be getting bored or, who knows.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean, for sure to see how this pans out over the next few months. I mean, when Jeff returns to TV, whether the relationship continues between Jeff and Karen. I mean, nobody knows. You know what I mean? So it's hard to speculate.
I also, just final question. What do you two think WWE needs to do for Raw? Because, I mean, we've had the same main event, basically, for Raw for the last year.
I can tell you what they think they need to do.
I know what they need to do, but I want to know what you guys...
They think they need a new celebrity every week. No, I don't know. I mean, you could trade people and have different guys, but, I mean, in general, you're going to see the same basic guys on top for, at least a little while longer, a year, 2 years. It's going to be a while before.
Keep in mind that there are top guys out right now with injuries. Batista's out. You know what I mean? Your top guys are going to be your top guys. What they could do is elevate people like, I don't know, say The Miz. You know what I mean? Take a guy like that. You're trying to build younger stars, right? You put him in a feud with John Cena, but when you have him lose at the pay-per-view clean, The Miz loses at the pay-per-view clean, and then the following night on Raw loses again clean, that does nothing for him. That doesn't elevate him. Sure, it puts him in a main event spotlight, but as far as getting any sort of rub, and I know Cena's a young guy himself, but he's a big enough star that The Miz could get a rub off a guy like that with a win. Sure, have Cena beat him on the pay-per-view, but on Raw Monday night, let The Miz shine, and then John Cena moves to a new program. Cena's in a program now with Triple H and Randy Orton, and The Miz is gone.
But I think in the case of Cena Miz, when you have somebody that's a real big star and somebody that's a mid-card star or a lower card star, one of two things happens. Either the lower card guy gets brought up to the main card guy's level, and it seems like a big program, or the main event guy goes down to the mid-card guy's level, and it seems like a mid-card level program. That, to me, in my opinion, and I'm not a regular watcher, at least I wasn't when the Cena Miz stuff was going on, it seemed like it brought Miz up, not Cena down. It seemed like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but where was Miz? Where's Miz now? Miz is
they didn't do it right. You said
no, not at all.
You said they should have Cena win at the pay-per-view and then have Miz beat him on Raw. There's no reason they couldn't have had Miz beat him on the pay-per-view. Running or something, cheating, who knows? But
right. At least
Cena's not going to be hurt by a loss to anybody at all. So.
Yeah, but at least have, The Miz did that start on 5-0, 6-0, da-da-da-da-da-da, but there was never an actual clean win.
Yeah, they never went nowhere with it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And for them to bury him, they just buried him on the, Cena, you knew was going back to a main event storyline, right? So it's not going to hurt him. It's not going to hurt him in the least bit to get a loss. Well, I'm not saying both on the pay-per-view and on Raw, but on one of those shows.
Plus you could do it the storyline way and just have him get screwed over, and then that helps Miz with the win, keeps the storyline going, keeps Miz in an important angle for a little while longer. While if he's good, the crowd will get behind him or hate him, But either way, it's all good.
Hey, where are you from? To the guy that we have on the phone, where are you from anyway?
I'm from New Jersey, Bayonne, which is actually like 20 minutes away from the city.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You should have came to our WZR party for Ring of Honor. We're going to do another one in September.
I was gonna, but I had planned. But are you guys going to go Are you gonna go for Ryan? Are you gonna go see Hell in a Cell?
Hell in a Cell, where?
It's in Newark.
Is that what's that? A pay-per-view?
Yeah, the WWE pay-per-view.
Yeah, they replaced. I think it was No Mercy.
No, I can't do WWE pay-per-views because I have to be here to do coverage online. But as far as Ring of Honor, we're going to be down there in September. I don't have the exact date, but we're going to do that again.
Is that the one like Bret Hart's going to be at? I think that's the one.
Yeah, he'll be.
I'll be on it.
There.
I'll be on there too.
Well, no doubt. Then stop by. I mean, we'll meet up. I like to meet listeners. You know what I mean of WZR Radio. So that's only about a month and a half away, I believe. I think September, middle of September. Yeah.
All right, man. I love the show, so keep it up.
All right, thanks, dude. I really appreciate the call. Let's see if we can take. Got one more here. I
see more than one. What are you talking?
Well, I see Massachusetts. Should we take
Wrestling Guru? There's a bunch.
All right, we'll take Massachusetts. Caller from Massachusetts. You're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, not much. Just saying I love your show, guys, and just want to ask you guys a couple questions.
Yeah, sure, no doubt. I appreciate the nice comment, man. What's up?
Turn the radio down a little bit, man.
Sure, hold on. Well, one of my questions, I was reading a couple of forums, and as you know, I've heard there are rumors that WWE is now, just with the whole marijuana, with masks on marijuana, that they're actually taking easy on them and probably going to push them again. Now, if that's true, do you think they're going to probably push back, like, the Brian Kendrick? Because I know there are rumors that he has failed the test like a dozen times, and they stopped his push. If that's so, that they're probably going to take it easy on the marijuana wrestlers and push them, do you think that they'll evaluate him again?
Well,
marijuana wrestlers.
Here's the deal with the pot thing. I mean, guys, top main eventers that fail, pot tests. Do you really think that they're going to be? I mean, there's leniency. Trust me when I tell you that. I mean, Batista. Here's an example. Batista, right? We just have some photos up. We've hinted at it. I've hinted at it in a couple different posts. But there were some photos of Batista on the beach, and there were no scars or anything like that from surgery.
Was he wearing like a thong bikini too in them pictures?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but there were no scars or anything like that. And it seems awkward. And there's rumors in that company that a top main eventer is there's a cover up, and there were no obvious signs. And I mean, the guy only had surgery a few weeks ago, and there was like 30 pictures or something that were posted online. You know what I mean? I mean, that's not a marijuana test. I know that's not a marijuana or anything like that, but it's just speculation. You know what I mean? But as far as marijuana, guys, I mean, if they continue to fail, like the Brian Kendrick, I know he's in a jobber role right now. Lost clean on Raw this week to Jerry Lawler. You know what I mean? So what does that say? What does that say about him? You know what I mean? Mid-card guys that continue to fail pot tests, I mean, come on. They're not gonna, especially if they continue to fail over and over and aren't making any attempt to, lessen the habit.
Well, it also not, because some people feel that, because some of those wrestlers who do smoke marijuana pot, they feel that, it's not fair to them, because, if they're unable to do that, then some people feel that they're going to resort to, painkillers and resort to other stuff, to, satisfy what they need to be.
Well, yeah, painkillers or alcohol is another major problem that they would have, you know what I mean? But they may back off on it. I mean, it's just that the mid-card guys, I mean, not to say that they won't still put them on TV, but in the case of, who I just brought up, the Brian Kendrick guy got jobbed out to Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. No offense to Jerry Lawler. That is pretty sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible, especially when you're trying to push younger stars, and they're obviously not pushing him by having him, lose clean on a week-to-week basis. When he's on TV, I mean, there was a couple weeks there where he wasn't even there, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is, you know what I mean? If you fail a pot test, if you're a main eventer, you've probably got nothing to be worried about. If you're a mid-card guy.
Randy Orton, for example?
What's that?
Randy Orton, for example?
Randy Orton as an example. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't want to confirm or deny, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Maybe that's why he moves so slow, because he's stoned as shit.
Most likely, though. And my other question is, because the other call was talking about, because, like, with the whole, you guys talking about how WWE's trying to evaluate younger stars, and if you look at the Raw roster, like, I admit, it's always the same wrestlers on the main event every week, but if you look on the other side, like SmackDown, I mean, yeah, like, their roster is depleted with, like, big stars, like Edge and Undertaker and all those who are injured. Now, if you look at them, like, trying to evaluate main event stars like Dolph Ziggler and John Morrison,